Hi, hello, and welcome to another installment of fucked up shit I found on the internet. We are watching EWU. I love these guys. Explore with us, they're so good. Go check them out. I am ready to hop in. They have so many new episodes, and I am so behind. So here we go.
And then he was just like, I see why your baby daddy beating you up. You must got some fire head. You must got some fire. And I'm like, what? He tried to make me suck his. I cannot get over that, bro. I'm traumatized. You a cop. You supposed to be protecting the servant.
When a woman calls for help following a domestic dispute, the situation rapidly spirals into disturbing allegations of police misconduct. As an investigation gets underway, authorities are left questioning where the truth lies and if one of their own could really do the unthinkable.
Got on the stand and literally lied to the judge and everything to save your I don't recall. This time I recall every you going down.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On November 28, 2024, around 2 a.m., a police officer in Muskegon Heights, Michigan is approached by an intoxicated woman outside the Paradise Banquet and Event Center. Shariana then discloses a chilling allegation about one of his colleagues.
As soon as she started saying that, I was like, It was uncomfortable as yeah. I just said, hey, look, MSP's coming in, they're going to take the report from you. Oh, my God. All right, well, I'm going to go make sure MSP's coming in.
Make sure your car camera's
on immediately. I don't want to be involved in none of that.
Yeah.
Realizing that the state trooper will take longer to arrive than expected, the officer decides to drive Shariana home, where she will wait to give her full report.
Okay, Shariana? Okay, get inside safe. I'm sorry for what's happened. I hope MSP gets out here as soon as possible and they can get in contact and talk to you about everything. Michigan State Police.
At 3:14 a.m., the state trooper arrives.
You missed.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So, my name's Trooper Meek. I'm with the state police. So Muskegon Heights PD kind of contacted me, said that she had made a complaint about one of their officers. So they kind of gave me a little heads up about everything that was going on, but I thought I'd just come here and talk to you directly to try to figure out a little more about what.
Why didn't they send a female for like sexual allegations? Why would you not send a female? Or like, I don't know if they have special victims. I don't know if that's a thing that they have everywhere. I know that we have that here and clearly in New York because of the TV show. But why would they not send a female? Why would they send a man alone to this woman's house if she's claiming that a cop alone assaulted her? That's weird. That's suspicious. That's weird.
What's going on?
I had a domestic dispute that happened a few days ago. And I don't know if it got reported or not.
Okay.
8 days earlier, on November 20th, Shariana called 911 after an alleged domestic dispute with the father of one of her sons. Officer Richard Wilson was the responding officer.
I knew that he was taking advantage of me being in that situation and me being vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Because he came back to my house.
Okay.
And brought me a mop.
Brought you a what?
He brought me a mop because I got my kicked.
Okay.
And the person that whooped my dumped pop and all over the floor and just did a whole lot of extracurricular activities. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
He turned to his body camera was never on once he stepped foot right here, boom.
Shariana is certain of this detail because she claims that the light on the camera was turned off.
He was just like, I see why your baby daddy beating you up. You must got some fire head. You must got some fire. And I'm like, what?
Okay.
Fire head, fire. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I must got some what? That don't even justify me getting my beat.
Yeah, that also doesn't make any sense. I swear to God, if a man wants to hit on you, sometimes he'll just make up shit in his head that doesn't make any sense. I'm so glad I'm married. Because it's rough out there. I feel for it. This sounds awful. And then to have, like... And this has happened before to me and to lots of other women, I'm sure. You're having a nice conversation with a person of the opposite gender, right? You're just talking casually, or they're performing a service for you, like you're buying something, and then all of a sudden it turns real fast, like full 180 into creepy, overtly sexual shit, and it's like, how the fuck did we get here? How did we get here? Why? And what about this interaction made you think that I wanted to have this kind of conversation with you? Because I don't. Because I don't. And I never would. What the fuck? And it happens like that. Ugh. I hate it. I hate it. You can't have a normal conversation with most people. They have to make it creepy or weird in one way or fuck another.
Yeah.
But you saying it like you want me to.
Yeah.
And then his was off and he kept grabbing my...
Back of your head?
This is when Shariana said that everything took a turn for the worse.
Did he try to force anything, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, he sat right here on this couch. He sat right here.
Okay.
He pulled his,
The belt? Yeah.
Yes, he took that off and he pulled it down and he was like, suck it. I'm like, what?
Then what happened?
I said, I cannot do that.
Okay.
You're an officer.
The trooper promises to immediately launch an investigation into Shariana's troubling accusations, but little does he know this will not be a straightforward inquiry. As part of the investigation, the incident that first brought Officer Richard Wilson to Shariana's door was placed under the microscope and every moment scrutinized. On November 20th, 8 days before she spoke to the state trooper, Shariana made this call to 911.
Hi, I need to make a police report for the message, and I need to report damage to my house.
Oh my God, is this... God, look at this. It's got hair, cards thrown everywhere, medication, like stuff just strewn about. Like, I noticed that she had boxes in this room. I wonder if he, like, threw things out of the boxes. And then you can see, like dried sugary pop, right? Like, when you have stuff that's real sugary and it dries, it leaves that weird shiny residue because it's sticky. Ugh. I wonder if she just moved in and that's why she has all these boxes. Like, she's still unpacking or something. Who knows?
It just happened like 10 minutes ago. I just was cleaning the blood off my head.
10 minutes later, Officer Richard Wilson arrived at Shariana's house.
I don't understand why they would send a cop alone for a domestic. One, you need social workers there. You need to have somebody to talk to this victim who is upset. And the last person that they want to have a conversation with is a cop, but specifically a cop that's a man. Because if I had just gotten my ass beat, the last person I want to talk to is a man. When I was assaulted by my ex and I called 911 sitting in my car after he stole my keys and wouldn't give them back and was sitting outside my car crying and pleading for me to stay, Two cops came up. And then as they rolled up, another one came in that was a woman. She was the one who handled the scene. She was the one who took care of everything. The last thing I wanted to do was deal with another man after being assaulted. That was the last thing I wanted. So I don't understand why they sent this man to this woman's house at night alone. That makes no sense. You should have somebody on staff for things like this, and specifically for a domestic, females, or at least a social worker, somebody. My God. This is too many things to not have somebody who handles victims there.
Yeah.
Oh my
What's
God,
going on?
couch.
You can come in. My son's dad came over here to talk to me and ripped all the screens off my house. Did all this. Put his hands on me.
You did that.
Snatched my hair off. Broke my TV. All this. I just moved in here.
Amar Banks, the father of
Well, she did just move in. I was correct in that assumption. She had just moved in. He pulled her hair off? Oh my God. And then he broke her TV. Looks like flipped all the couch cushions. What was the point in all this?
one of Shariana's sons is a prison guard at the Michigan Department of Corrections, Ernest C. Brooks Correctional Facility. Shariana claims that Amar came to the house earlier that morning to pick her up in order to drop her sons off at school.
I have I think I got a concussion because I got knots right here.
He punched you in the head as well?
Yes, it's not right here. And not right here. Right here.
So far, nothing in this interaction between Shariana and Officer Wilson would raise any suspicions or hint at the accusations to come. Yet that would all change.
You are looking to press charges, correct?
Okay, so it looks like, so it's daytime. So they sent a cop. So they would have even more staff available in the daytime for something like this. So why weren't more people sent? Was it because she wasn't actively being assaulted when she called 911? Because you still shouldn't have somebody there alone. Like, that's weird. I hit my ring. That's weird. I've never dealt with just one cop. Every time I've had to deal with cops, it's always been like two or more. So I've never seen anything like this where you just have one cop. I don't know if that's common other places, but usually you have two and they're accountable to each other, which is why they have partners. They have to be accountable for each other. If something happens, the other can corroborate your story because they were also there and also went through it. And if they don't, something's wrong. This feels weird to not have two there.
He got, I don't give no, you're not, I'm not giving you no more passes. None of that. I done went to jail for you, lied, all this for you, and even got on the stand and lied for you for the last domestic. Got on the stand and literally lied to the judge and everything to save your I don't recall. I'm standing on that, I don't recall. I don't remember. I don't recall. I don't remember. I don't recall. This time, I recall everything. You going down.
Shariana then makes a now ominous offhand joke about the soda she claims Amar spilled over her floor.
All right.
You got a mop. Like, oh my gosh.
Just as Officer Wilson prepares to leave, Shariana appears to have a change of heart.
I don't want to send him to jail. I don't want to do all of that. I don't.
Battered people do this a lot. Trust me, I know. I did it. I did it myself. I didn't want to send him to jail. He was about to have a kid. Not with me. Him and his ex were expecting a kid. And I didn't want to send him to jail. And we hadn't been together that long. I just wanted to leave. That was what I wanted. I wanted to leave, and I never spoke to him again. And that was the way it needed to be. Because I don't go backwards. You never should. But I just wanted to leave. That was what I wanted, and I just never spoke to him again. And now I'm glad that I left. Because You have kids with these people, you get stuck to them, and then they've treated you like this. And now you're in each other's lives forever, and you have to be. And that's exhausting. I would never want to do that. Nobody should have to do that. Oh my God.
Because I regretted it the first time he did this, and I didn't want to say, I don't want to do this.
Just really think about it right now, like, because I understand you love him that much, but it's not acceptable for him to keep putting his hands on you either.
If you can feel this nut right here.
Oops.
You feel that?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that hurts.
See, that's what I'm saying. So, you show you.
So why? I have so many questions about this interaction. It's good that he's like talking to her and sitting down, but once again, he is not being professional. Right? Every cop I've ever spoken to, every cop I've ever known, been related to several, like my uncle was the sheriff for 44 years before he died. 44 years. Okay? So I know a thing or two about law enforcement. And the fact of the matter is you don't sit on their couch and hang out with them. This woman has been hurt. You roll EMS. You take photos of the scene. You get her report. You do all of these things. You don't sit down and then touch the knots on her head and have a conversation trying to give her a heart-to-heart. She needs a licensed person to do that, not some cop. You have a job to do. It's okay if you connect with this person and you think you can help them, great. Give them resources. You do not need to sit and have a conversation and be buddy-buddy. This person needs to be checked out by an EMT to make sure they don't have a concussion or a head injury from being punched in the head. Okay? She has knots on her head. She can have any number of TBIs. And the fact that you're just sitting there hanging out with her, trying to have a heart-to-heart about why she should leave this guy behind. No. Just get EMS, get other people there. This is not a time for you to sit and be unprofessional. This is where blurry lines come from. Like, what the fuck? When I worked at Walmart, our loss prevention people, which is, I guess they're asset protection now or something, but our loss prevention people could not, because there was 2 men, they had to have a woman with them if a woman was stealing. I have had to personally sit in while they speak to these women to make sure that it is recorded that a woman is there and nothing inappropriate is going on. So the fact that this cop is sitting in the house of a domestic abuse victim alone is absurd. This is absurd.
You don't want to give medical attention.
As they're sitting there, Officer Wilson is called to another incident taking place nearby.
All right, so I'm going to take this call over there. I'll come back and speak with you, and then I'll go make contact with him. You don't deserve it. Just understand that you don't deserve it. So don't think that way, that this is what you have to settle for. You deserve more. You deserve respect. And the sooner you start respecting yourself more, you'll realize that you don't need certain people in your life just because they're doing a little bit to help you.
Officer Wilson can be seen turning off his body cam. What happens next is subject to intense debate. What is known for sure is that the day after Shariana disclosed the alleged incident to the trooper, Officer Wilson finally spoke with Amar about the initial domestic dispute between him and Shariana from the 20th.
How you doing, young fella? All right. It's kind of cold out here. I'm going to try to make this quick and brief. Last week on the 20th, your child's mom, Shariana, stated that you came over her house that morning and assaulted her like you said that you beat her up, tore her house up, and then left.
Amar shares his side of the story, claiming that his son wasn't even at Shariana's house.
So you never even seen her that morning? Okay. All right, so she's basically just coming up with a story. So does she deal with anybody else that would have assaulted her and that she would have put that on you, or?
He's using the nuh-uh defense. I didn't do that. No. He's looking right at the body cam. I feel like I'm making eye contact with him. And I feel like he did it. I'm going to be honest. Mostly because she's got knots on her head and they have a history. Right? So bad that they went to court about it. So bad that she lied on the stand for him because she didn't want to send him to jail. Okay.
I don't know, she done a lot of my to be honest with you, so just not into it.
All right, so are y'all beefed out anything that she just, like, do y'all have issues all the time that she does this on the regular?
Shit. I mean, she got me. She, I mean, quite a few. I mean, quite a few issues once before me. Like this past summer, I mean, shit. She just trying to just lie to me. She tried to lie on me. Said I assaulted her just previous summer, and then the police arrested her for lying to the police.
Oh wow, so she's done this before, like what she made a report of it, then and it came under investigation. She's actually lying.
While everything may appear to be above board with this interview, something sinister lurks just under the surface. The truth was only exposed when the troopers spoke with Amar themselves. At first, he continued to deny even being at Shariana's house on the morning of the 20th, but eventually he admitted this was a lie. He claims they argued but was adamant he never hurt her or damaged her house. However, this was only the beginning of his admissions. He soon revealed that he actually knew Officer Wilson long before this incident.
I seen him growing up like kind of like role model type. She was saying that the Officer Wilson had tried to make like some sexual engagements or whatever to her, but I'm like, I don't know, cause I'm like, I don't know, I don't really know about that, man. Like, cause I've been knowing him for a little while, so I'm not sure if he'd come off like that.
Despite
whoa. He knows the abuser? And I have so many questions. So many questions. He knows this man. What the hell? And on top of all of it, he said that she went to jail. How much do you want to bet that it wasn't like they figured out that she was lying? It was because on the stand, she kept saying that she didn't know, she didn't recall, and they put her in jail. Because she was trying not to put him in jail. This is why you just put them in jail. Fuck them. If you've got the police there, use that and put them in jail.
Amar's uncertainty when Shariana spoke with troopers for a second time, she explained what happened after Officer Wilson returned to her house on the 20th.
By even suggesting that I give him some head. He took off his belt and stuff. And he sat right here. And I didn't know what else to do. Like, I had my own legal stuff going on. And I was scared.
She then makes a troubling admission, different from what she'd previously claimed.
I gave him.
For the troopers' investigation, Shariana even allowed...
And he was in uniform. He was in his uniform. Lock him up. Put him away forever. Forever. Ew. She probably didn't want to admit it because she's standing here in her doorway with a male state trooper instead of talking to a woman. This is why you send women to these things. This is why, especially if it's a claim of sexual abuse. You send a woman. What the fuck?
Allowed them to photograph her demonstrating the act.
He said, keep this between us. And then he left.
In a strange set of circumstances, Amar...
Wait, I'm sorry. I think I missed that.
investigation, Shariana even allowed them to photograph her demonstrating the act.
He said, keep this between us, and then he left.
In a strange set of circumstances, Amar became an important witness to Officer Wilson returning to Shariana's house for the second time.
Amar was there when he came to her house?
As I'm ready to go pick up my son, Wilson's police car is still right there, and then I'm like, well, that, I'm gonna just keep going on.
While driving past Shariana's house, he not only saw Officer Wilson's car, but texted Shariana at 1:05 p.m. saying,
What the fuck are you talking about, Clay? Oh my god. These text messages are crazy. Nice try. Where you at? Picking up my son. How without me, clown?
5 p.m. saying, nice try, believing that she was filing a police report. This isn't the only shocking thing Amar reveals. He now admits that the two spoke prior to Officer Wilson turning on his body cam footage on the 29th when he arrived to interview Amar.
Yes.
So wait. So they just staged him walking over there? Oh no, they probably talked on the phone. My brain for a second was like, wait, so he went back to his car and then he got out and he was like, yeah, let's just pretend like we didn't just talk. Sorry. I was... Okay. Great.
He had talked to like a union person, something. I guess he had got a wind about what was going on with myself. Mm-hmm. He said that my baby mama had made some accusations against him. He said, man, talk to my mama and see what she got going on. I said, I'm trying to see if I can pretty much make this go away. But I'm like, I can't make that go away. Pretty much, you scratch my back type and I take care of you type thing. Okay.
With this disturbing revelation in mind, the footage from Amar's interview with Officer Wilson is cast in an entirely new light.
Oh, so basically she has a history of these things. She's pretty much like trying out to get him type thing.
During Shariana's second interview with the troopers, she's asked to do one final thing, a recorded pretext call. With the troopers gathered around her, Shariana calls Officer Wilson.
Who gave you this number? This is not my work number.
I want to know if I'm going to get in any type of trouble.
Any type of trouble for what? I didn't do anything, so if you didn't do anything, so what are you talking about? I never told anybody anything because anything didn't happen. So I didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. Only thing my body camera will show was me interviewing you.
So it's not going to show nothing else that happened, right?
Nothing else happened. I left and I went and took my other calls.
You left. You left and you came back, right? Is they going to show that? What should I tell them if they ask me any questions?
What are you talking about? Like you tell them that I interviewed just like I did. I interviewed you and I left. You asked me to come back by to make sure he didn't come back, and I rolled back through that. He didn't come back by, and I went and interviewed him when I returned back to work.
Can you get in trouble for giving a police officer at all? Period. Oh, he got a feeling.
You're doing a great job.
I can't get it out of him. He's trying his hardest not to, and he keep hanging up on him.
He's a police officer. He's not gonna admit shit on the phone. He's not gonna admit it. This is why I don't let people in my house. This is why. I don't live in the greatest area. I just don't. And we've had the police here for our neighbors several times. And we've talked to them. We don't have any information. We don't talk to the neighbors. We don't look at the neighbors. We don't speak to them. We're not friendly with them. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. That's their business. That is not ours. We keep to ourselves. They keep to themselves. That's it. So, we never have anything to tell them because we don't know. Just mind my business and try to live as peacefully and as quietly as possible. But I'm also just never letting a cop in my house. I don't have anything in here illegal. We don't do anything illegal. But even at the end of the day, they make up bullshit to search cars and entrap people all the time. Not happening. Not happening. You can do that shit to somebody else on your own time. Do not let a cop in your house. Don't. Talk to him outside. Talk to him on the porch. But also make sure that they have backup. Because every time a cop has showed up here, they've had other people with them. If it was just one cop by themselves, I'm not even opening the fucking door. I'm not talking to you by yourself. No. For my safety, absolutely not. That's not happening.
Officer Wilson eventually calls her back.
Listen, don't play with me on my phone like that. You're not going to play that game with me, Trip. That's my job. Ain't happening with me and you. And I don't play that. Don't do that. Please don't call. I'm not playing that game.
What game?
Though Officer Wilson has once again hung up, it wouldn't matter. Shariana has found evidence that would change everything. She used a paper towel to clean herself after the incident, which the troopers find in her trash, and she also hadn't washed the shirt she was wearing at the time. This, along with her sweatpants and a couch cushion, were all taken to compare with Officer Wilson's DNA. The only person left to tell their side of the story was Officer Wilson.
And the reason that they have his DNA is because cops are fingerprinted and DNA swabbed, and it is entered into a database when they join. And it is a big deal. Especially since the Golden State Killer had been like a reserve officer. Yeah, they're very serious about that now.
On December 9th, just a few days after Shariana's staged call, the trooper approached him.
I'm here because of the allegation that you're referring to, okay? And I'm not sure what your understanding is of what the allegation
that
is.
I asked for.
Okay.
Like, I didn't ask for no, but I'm just like this. I want to, that's why you in rep, and I just want you in reputation because I don't know where it's going out at. Like all of this crazy.
During the course of the investigation, other incidents relating to Officer Wilson were revealed. He was previously involved in an alleged domestic dispute on June 18, 2024, with the mother of 4 of his children, Shamika. She alleged that after being accused of cheating on him, Officer Wilson pinned her on the ground in the front yard and she bit his finger.
Wow, a cop who beats his girlfriend or his wife? That's so shocking. Oh my God. Oh, I would be more surprised if she was like, he's a great man. He was so wonderful and amazing and so loving. He definitely didn't pin me down and beat me in our front yard or anything.
Neither of them filed charges. However, on June 25th, police were called again when Shamika alleged Officer Wilson ripped out one of her braids and hit her in the mouth. The prosecutor's office authorized an arrest warrant against Officer Wilson for domestic assault. Though it's unclear if he was arrested, this occurred about 5 months before the incident with Shariana.
So if you want to take a seat, I'd love to ask you some questions.
I'd rather have my lawyer present at this point. So.
This is all voluntary, okay? Again, this is all separate and aside from anything that you and Chief talked about, anything that your department has? Okay.
At this point in time, I'd just rather have a lawyer present.
Okay. So you don't want to answer any of my questions?
No, sir.
Okay.
He informed the trooper that he'd been placed on administrative leave until further notice.
This crazy girl, her baby daddy told me she's trying to lie on him.
According to court documents, Richard Wilson was charged with misconduct in office and neglect of duty. The charge of misconduct in office was eventually dismissed, but he pled no contest to neglect of duty. He was sentenced to pay a $300 fine and didn't serve any jail time. If you'd like to see select new videos...
Are you kidding me? He sexually assaulted that woman. Like, what? Forcible sex like that is called sodomy. Okay? It's not just for other stuff, it's for that too. And that is illegal. And the fact that he did that to her is a crime. And he got no jail time? Is he still on the force? Oh my God, that's disgusting. I need to know what other people are saying about this. I need to see what the comments say. Why did he turn his body cam off? He was still sitting down in her house and he turned it off. That alone would warrant suspicion. Then her baby dad is a prison guard and he's beating her and destroying her property and the police officer sexually assaults her. Really great people for picking for the police force. And people wonder why nobody trusts the law. That's for damn sure. Oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't even switch back, sorry. Here's some of the comments. The way he immediately started agreeing with the boyfriend that she's just a liar. What the fuck? Edit, guys, I'm not watching close enough. Please forgive me, I realize now the conversation was pre-planned. Exactly. Exactly. That was why they talked beforehand, because they planned all of it. Because she even told the cop on body cam that she lied for him before. That she had lied to keep him out of jail. Before. Gets no jail time and only a $300 fine for sexual assault. No real consequences. Exactly. Exactly. And then it pisses me off when it's like this. And then you see that these men get like no jail time, and you turn around, they're like, well, she made a false report against that man. She should go to jail too. And it's like, yeah, but she should get the same amount of time he would have gotten, which was like week in jail for 2 months and a slap on the fucking wrist, because that's all they get. Or worse, at the end they should just be like, oh, you know what? We get that she lied, but she has a real bright future ahead of her, because I've heard that excuse used over and over and over again. How much you want to bet that this man is still in the force? Still in the force, despite the fact that he has had a alleged incident with his ex where he beat her, and then now he has sexually assaulted this woman. This pisses me off to no fucking end. This is why people don't report. This is why people don't ask for help. They did literally fucking nothing to this guy. Jesus Christ. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. Every system in America is broken. From the medical system to the police. Like, it's all destroyed. What is the point in anything anymore? Well, this is such a happy video. I am so glad I finished it. And it was fucking terrible. This is awful. Yay. I gotta turn this off. I'm pissed off.